Hey everyone, this is Jess and I'm the mun behind Elite Commandress, and I'm making this video just because I thought a Q&A could be kind of fun. I've seen more and more popping up lately, and Speedy just recently did one, so Autobot Prime on Tumblr, and I thought, hey, you know what, I can do that. Maybe, I don't know, we're gonna give it a shot. So that's what I'm gonna try out and do today. I just want to take the time right now and just thank everyone for your support, for your love, for the messages and just everything. You know, when I started this blog last year, November, coming up on the 1 year, I never thought that I would get past like 2 followers, and even then maybe 3, because I would court my sister and my coworker and my friend into following me. And the fact that I'm now just crossed 900 is insane, and I am just so incredibly humbled by it, and I'm in shock, I'm in awe, you know. Everything that I do for you guys, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. And you know, I say all the time that I have the best followers ever, and I really do. You guys are the reason that I'm here and the reason that I keep going, so I really do have so much to be thankful for. I love you guys so much. So without further ado, we're gonna get to this Q&A. I have my laptop beside me, so if I'm looking down, that's because I'm reading the questions, because I didn't memorize them, because I'm not prepared, because I suck. Alright, so first off, I have some Skype submissions, and I have one from Rodaxios, and they say, the next time I see you, do you want a lot of glitter thrown on you while I scream K, or do you want an entire box of glitter thrown on you while I scream K, or a noogie? Alright, so what I have to answer to that is I hate glitter, Alita hates glitter, so no glitter, please, ever. No. I have one from Evac Mine, so thank or blame me later, sent me one. Favorite line from the Transformers ride, and it can also be from the pre-show. Alright, so the past 2 times I've gone, I forced whoever was with me to go on this ride multiple times. No kidding, the last time I went to Florida and went on the Transformers ride, I forced my friend to go on it with me 7 times. Like, it got to the point where I'd be in the supply vault, like the gift shop, like multiple times a day. And it got to the point where the workers would greet me by name. They'd be like, oh, Jess, you forget something? And I'm like, nope, I'm just making my rounds, seeing if you guys got any new merch. It's really embarrassing, but my friend was a good sport about it. Just getting back to the question, my favorite line from the ride, reverse thrusters, full power, you can thank and blame me later. I don't know, I can't really remember the lines, but those ones I thought were like hilarious, just the reverse thrusters one. Oh, also, Sibulance and RM Golden Femme also asked me last night how Taco Bell was. No, I'm like a regular there now. Like, I kind of hope that they get like the Starbucks kind of gold cards, because I would abuse the fuck out of those. I got 2 of these motherfuckers because I'm fat. Not really, I'm just a Taco Bell enthusiast. This is a quesarito. It's a beef quesarito. It's basically a beef burrito wrapped in a quesadilla. I'm so excited. I love Taco Bell so much. For anyone who was wondering if I actually went to Taco Bell or not, I did. I got me some Bell of Taco. Okay, for reals, y'all have to like go and get some. I'm gonna save it for later. The Taco Bell was delicious, so thank you for asking. You're too kind. One of my first questions I got is from Ask Smokescreen. Is Optimus butt amazing? Yes, yes, or yes? Gotta like fan myself off just thinking about it, like, Optimus. No, but it's so true. His butt is probably the most fantastic thing ever. When the world was created, his butt was the 8th wonder. There needs to be a holiday where we just take a day off to spend time, reflect, and worship this amazing booty that we have been blessed with. I have to like look at references to see what color his optics are, because the entire time I am staring at either the booty the hips or the crotch plate, or if I can, all three at once. TFP, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that show because all I would see is crotch, crotch, crotch. Let me see your hip swing, hip swing. I didn't even watch the show, honestly. I watched Optimus hips. I don't know what's going on half the time. I'm just watching booty. I am booty hunting right now because I'm always a slut for Optimus Prime. I wish that it wasn't true, but it is. Cephalid Zephyr? Cephalid Zephyr. Cephalid Zephyr? I don't know how to say your URL. I'm just gonna call you you. Alright, so what is my favorite topping for pancakes? How is this even a question? I'm Canadian, so automatically I'm thinking maple syrup. I will put maple syrup on pretty much anything. Oh, Jessica, you want a cheeseburger? Yeah, sure. Can I get maple syrup on it? I'm gonna order a pizza from Boston Pizza. What do you want? Maple syrup and cheese, please. Nothing would make me happier than just spending a day with maple syrup. I would just go crazy. It would be fantastic. I will drink it from the bottle. That is how much I love maple syrup. Alright, any stuffed animals? Well, back in the day when I had 1,000 Beanie Babies, because I collected those, I don't really have a lot of stuffed animals now. I have my G1 Optimus plushie, and always goes right next to my Alita pillow because I'm shipper trash. Stuffy Baymax. Oh, he's so fluffy! And these all stay on my bed. It's basically, this is my squad. And when I go to sleep, I gotta have the squad with me. I am almost 1,000% sure something lives in my closet and it's just waiting to eat me. So I gotta have the squad. Other than getting paid to be Alita in something, that would never happen. What would your dream job be? My dream job would honestly be writing for Hasbro. I would give my soul to write for Hasbro, to write for Alita. I want to so badly. I'm hoping one day that I can. I would just love to write for Hasbro. If you could go on a road trip with any historical figure, who would you choose and why? Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna say JFK. He was one of my favorite presidents. I always just thought he was really cool. I liked everything that he stood for. And he made such huge advancements and leaps and kind of kicked off the space program, which I always thought was really cool. So if I could go on a road trip with JFK, that'd be great. But obviously we would not be taking a convertible because we're not gonna let history repeat itself. I'm so sorry, that's not funny. Spoiler alert, if you don't know what happens to JFK, I don't think he would like road trips very much, especially if we go to Dallas. My next question I have is from Navimus Prime. How did you get into the Transformers fandom? I don't know if you're ready for this. Okay, I was born in the 90s, but Canada's about 10 years behind America in the media front. So when I was born, the 80s were just starting to kind of roll through and we would watch these cartoons. So they'd have like He-Man and Gem and the Holograms and Transformers was on. And I remember watching Transformers and going, wow, this is kind of hokey. Come on, cars that turn into robots. I don't know, I think it was just like the cheesy humor, and so I really liked it. But then as I kind of got older, a lot of my friends were like, oh, you shouldn't like that. It's not cool if you like it. Transformers is just for boys, and you're a girl, so you have to like Barbies. I didn't want to play baby dolls and shit like that. I really liked robots, and people thought I was really weird if I did like that stuff. I still have a huge anxiety of fitting in and being friends with people, so I kind of like shoved that away so I could be accepted basically. And then it wasn't until the 2007 movie came out, and my friend Ashley, she's my best friend. I've known her almost my entire life, and she really likes Transformers too. So I was like, oh yeah, let's go see this. So there's two of us, like two 7th graders, going in to go see Transformers, and we're sitting there in the theater surrounded by guys, and I remember it so distinctly. We had like our popcorn, the lights were off, the previews had just stopped, we're waiting for the movie to start. You're sitting in the darkness and all of a sudden you just hear it. Before time began, there was the cube. Honest to God, my heart stopped. I think I started to cry. I don't know for sure, but I just remember freaking the fuck out. I didn't know who Peter Cullen was at the time. I didn't know his name. I didn't know that he was Optimus Prime. I just was sitting there in my seat and I heard his voice and I went to my friend, "Oh my god, it's him! It's him!" And she's like, "Whoa, whoa, what the fuck, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "No, it's him, it's the guy from the cartoons, that's him, that's his voice." And that's how I kind of like got into it again. From there, like my interest just started to build and build and build. And then when Transformers Prime came out, it was like, okay, take me now. Off the cliff, right into the fandom, cut the lifeline, I'm done. When people ask me that, I always say I didn't officially join the fandom until I made my Aerial Pax blog about a year and a half ago now. It's always been an interest of mine, but I've never been officially in the fandom up until about a year and a half ago. So that's how long I've been in the fandom. I have another question, and I have a lot from Anons. So you precious Anon people, I'm just gonna be answering all of yours now. Who would make the best voice actress for Alita 1? This is something I thought about a lot. The one thing that really bothered me in G1 with Alita, like the 5 minutes she was in, I didn't like her voice actress. There was a discord between the character and the voice, and for me, it was just hard to picture it. I was thinking of who I wanted the voice claim to be, and then I thought, holy shit, what about Jennifer Hale, who does FemShep in Mass Effect? I love Jennifer Hale's voice. It is just rich and smooth, and it's just so beautiful, and it has like a musicality to it. She can like kind of make a growl, and it can be kind of like rougher and things like that, and I really like it when it has a little bit of the glottal fry like that. I love what she does with her voice, and especially with FemShep. If I was making a Transformers show or movie and I needed a voice actress for Alita 1, I would choose Jennifer Hale. I think that would just be the most badass thing ever. In my head, when I'm writing, I think Jennifer Hale during the war, because she has that like richer voice. But now since I write for Alita, like when Cybertron's been restored, I've been actually leaning towards Robin Wright, particularly how she plays her voice in House of Cards. It has this just really dignified and regal tone. It's very smooth. It's gentle and calming. But then she can get mad, and then it just snaps, and it's just, there's so much strength to it even though it is gentle. And that's kind of how I picture Alita to be as well. She's very strong and very independent, and her voice needs to bring that about her too. She can be very gentle, so her voice would have to have that kind of balance to it as well. I wouldn't want her to have like this booming voice or super high pitched or super like raspy and like hard sounding. I'd always picture her to be kind of a mixture of Robin Wright and Jennifer Hale together. That hardness and that strength, but also that subtlety and the smoothness and fluidity just kind of mixed together. So when I'm writing, those are the voices that I hear. I think those would be good choices. I don't know. If you have better choices, let me know, but that's who I think of. And if you haven't seen House of Cards, PSA, go watch it, because it's really good, and honestly, Robin Wright is such a badass. Like, do you have any pets? I used to have a dog. He was a Jack Russell Terrier. His name was Max. Look at this cutie baby. I had him for about 15 years. Like, I grew up with him. Like, I got him when I was 4 years old. He was the greatest dog ever. I loved him so much. What is your favorite TF movie and your favorite non-TF movie? Alright, so my favorite Transformers movie is actually Age of Extinction. Shh. Before you start with the hate, I'm just gonna tell you why. Okay, I really, really liked seeing this kind of broken Optimus. I really liked seeing this strong character who's just been like the backbone all the time, just calm leader, knows what to do, you know, just broken down into this shell. I just really liked it. Peter Cullen's performance in it was just astounding. It was so good. There was so much depth, and you could just hear the breaking and the wearing away of this like withered soul, and I just really enjoyed seeing that. I just really liked seeing Optimus Prime 1000% done with everyone's shit. Not to mention, I'm a big fan of the Robo Tarzan loincloth thing he's got going on in that movie too. Just sort of like blows in the wind. Oh my god. Don't ask me what happens in the movie, I don't know, but I can tell you how many times he rolls his hips and how many times his crotch plate moves, like, I don't know. That's all I'm focused in on, is like the hip area and the thighs and the butt shots. Oh my god. And my favorite non-TF movie, don't even have to like think about it, is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I have the entire movie memorized, okay? Like, I've seen it so many times and I never get sick of it. Like, I don't care where you live, I am there. Like, hey Jess, do you want to watch Star Wars? I know that it's probably like 2 in the morning where, yep, I already have it queued up, let's go. Time to watch. Yep. I am 1000% down to always watch Star Wars. So, if anyone ever wants to stream Star Wars, I will definitely be there and spouting off useless facts that you never really cared about. How long have you been in the fandom, and how long have you been RPing? Like I said before, I've been in the fandom officially for about 1.5 years now, and that's the same amount of time as I have been RPing. I started on my Aerial Packs blog, and it wasn't until that November I decided I would create my Alita blog. But yeah, so for everyone who thinks that I've been here for like 1,000 years, I've only had Alita since last November, and I've only been RPing in general for a little over 1.5 years now. I told you I'm not senpai. I found RPing not too bad to get into. I've always had like writing as a hobby, and I've always like enjoyed it. I've always done like fictional writing, things like that. And I have a really prominent theater background, so it was really easy for me to get into because it like combined 2 of my favorite things, pretending to be someone I'm not and writing. Just both of those together just coexist. Alright, so now I've gotten a few of these. I got an anonymous screaming in my inbox, "What made you decide to be badass Mama Alita?" And then Marshmallow Boom, be boom, D. Sorry, your URL's so funny, I like it. Why from all the characters in Transformers universe you chose Alita 1? You know what? It's not even that I chose her. I didn't like open up this catalog full of people and go like, no. Ah, you know what? Yeah, what the fuck? Let's do that. You know, like, it wasn't like that at all. Thinking back to when I was a kid and I watched G1 on TV in between like He-Man and G.I. Joe, I always distinctly remember that one episode that had girl Transformers in it, and to me that was just like, holy shit, super revolutionary, right? For a little girl like me who really loved Transformers and was constantly being told that, you know, it's not for you, it's for boys only, and you're a girl so you can't like it, and things like that, to finally see female robots in it, it was like, I do belong in here. I can like this. I really liked Optimus, so, and then I really liked Alita because I was like, holy shit, she's like his female counterpart. How awesome is that? She's like the Leia to the Han Solo, Mako to the Rowley Beckett, and I was just like super stoked. Like, how is that not awesome? It's like, you know what, yeah, she's badass and she's pink. She kicked someone in the face. She totally just decked them. She catches a rocket in her hands and just throws it back, and then she's talking smack to like Starscream and Shockwave. I'm just like, she's so cool. In 2007, I remember thinking like, oh wow, I wonder if they're gonna bring her back because she was really awesome. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Revenge of the Fallen comes out and we're not even gonna get into that. When Transformers Prime came out, I was super interested because they were bringing all these like awesome characters. Season 1 passes, and I'm like, okay, well they're gonna have to bring Alita in because she's just like the bomb. Why am I the only one who thinks she's super cool? Season 2 passes, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna be in this, right? Right? Season 3 rolls around, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, we get Ultra Magnus. Nice. All right, where's Alita? Bring her out. Let's get the whole crew up in here. Season 3 ends, and I'm like, okay, well maybe for Predacons Rising she'll be in it. Predacons Rising ends, and I'm like, well, fuck. I guess not. Every single time I've just been like so hyped that she's gonna be in it, and then every single time it's like, Come on, guys. Like, come on. I got so fed up with her not being in stuff and not being badass and not being this like robot Wonder Woman that I really loved when I was a kid. For those like 5 minutes that she was in the show, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to write her myself and I am going to put her in the storylines because I'm sick of waiting around. Because Hasbro's sure as fuck not gonna do it, so I might as well. But I really do think that she kind of chose me. When I was a kid, she just like really resonated with me. I was like this really small, scrawny, gnarly little kid who like kind of like guyish things. I didn't really fit in, and she was so cool. I don't even know why. I just loved her so much, and I still do. I see her as this like really strong and independent female character who is just as capable of leading her own team, who has the capacity for this great leadership, who is intelligent and beautiful, everything awesome and everything that I really respect and wish I could be and try to be. And it's really sad that Hasbro can't see her the way that I do. Yeah, so I guess it's partially that I identify kind of with her, and she's kind of an embodiment of what I want to be. I like to think that I'm not the only person who was growing up and saw her and was like, I do belong here. I can be here. This isn't just for guys. And that's why I decided to RP her. Basically because I was fed up with Hasbro shit. Because if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself, folks. You heard it here first. Marshmallow, my little marshmallow. I'm just gonna call you Marshmallow. Alright, thank you so much for the congratulations and for throwing confetti all over me. I really like that because it's not glitter. Glaire's at Rodaxios. If you give me another glitter bomb, I will throw you out a window. Did you ship Alita and Optimus immediately? Originally, I thought, oh nice, Optimus Prime has a girlfriend, that's so cool. I was like super down for it because I was like, hell yeah, my two favorite characters bang each other, that's awesome. Not as vulgar because like mind you, I was probably like 8 at the time. Like I guess I like kind of shipped them because I was like, oh, they're cute together and they do love each other, and he's a dick for leaving her behind on a dead planet and then going to play basketball while she fights off Shockwave and starvation. I shipped them when I was a kid. I didn't really focus on the ship so much when I got older. As I began to grow as a person and I gained independence, I saw her as more independently. It wasn't until I came back onto Tumblr and saw fan art for the first time, I began to like get back into the feels. Like up until then I had just been like, okay, well if he's not with Alita, he's not with anyone, and that's just how it's gonna be because I'm bitter and salty as fuck. So yeah. Oh, okay, I have another Anon who asks me, how do I feel about IDW Alita? No. I can't. I was on hiatus when the issue of, I guess it would be XRID Combiner Wars came out, and they have that panel that Alita makes her return. I woke up and I had seriously 12 messages on Skype from separate people and countless more on Tumblr telling me, you have to see this, they brought her back. I was pretty much like shitting myself. Like I was so fucking hype. This is better than Christmas and Halloween and my birthday rolled up into one. This is everything I've ever been hoping for. Every year that passes, every new story, I'm like, okay, bring back Alita 1. Okay, never mind, we're gonna, next time. All right, bring back Alita, no, okay, I guess not. All right, they're gonna bring her back then, okay, I guess not. I log on and I see that they brought her back and I read the panel and I just got this really weird gut feeling. That's not Alita. That's not her. I felt almost betrayed by what I saw. I see this IDW Alita and I'm just looking at her and I'm like, who are you? That's not her. No. that's not her. I was like, no. And then I got people telling me, like, you know what, it's gonna be okay. You know what, it's gonna be fine. So I'm holding on hope. And then they released the cover preview, you know, that one where she's like lounging on the chair, swirling like drinks, and then Starscream and Windblade's heads are skewered on the bottom, and she has this like evil, sadistic, salacious smirk. That's fucking terrifying. Part of me liked it because I was like, oh yeah, like Alita, you fucking badass, you just like taking all the names and looking like an absolute warlord, tyrant, psychopath, you go girl. And then another part of me was like, what the fuck is that? Who is that? And why do they keep calling her Alita? If you're gonna bring her back, just do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. I knew I couldn't do the video without referencing Shia LaBeouf at least once. So the way that I see her, I know is very different probably from how other people see her, and I think it is because I've spent so much time with her and so much time developing her research, and like I've seriously put years into this. I could write out this entire character in-depth review analysis. My notes are somewhere in my room. They're in a notebook. I filled up 3 notebooks when I was a kid, like every year, just adding new info because I was that lame. And that's how much I love that character so much and how important she was to me. And I know that it's a different version. I know that in every iteration they change the characters. Even if you take Optimus Prime, for example, he's different as he was in G1, than he was in the IDW comics, than he is in Transformers Prime, TFA, the Tyrion verse. He's always changing, but he does have those major character things that keeps him the same, continuous throughout the series. And that's how you identify and how you can hold on to your favorite characters. But the problem with Alita is that she isn't particularly well known in the franchise, in the fandom, and things like that. She hasn't been in a lot. She doesn't have a large following. You know, she's not one of the #1 people. When you think Transformers, you think Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream. Those are like some of the first ones that I think of. She's not one of those. So it's really tough when you're taking this character who's already so neglected and making them into something completely different. I'm interested to see what Scott has to do with it, but I'm also very nervous and very worried. And here's why. You shouldn't have asked me the question because we're gonna be here for like fucking 2 hours, okay? Like, for real. If they take her character and completely alter it from what she's supposed to be, and she has all those awesome attributes, but now they're taking her and they're making her into something that she's really not. I don't really see her as being this like sadistic, sociopathic, warlord, conqueror type. And I'm worried that fans aren't going to like this particular iteration of her just because she is so different. And I'm worried that Hasbro's gonna be like, well, no one liked Alita, what a flop, then you know what, she becomes a black sheep no one wants to touch because, well, it's proven the fandom doesn't like Alita 1 because we brought her back and everyone hated her, so fuck it, we're not ever gonna bring her back again. This is kind of her one chance to get back into semi-mainstream. And I'm really worried that it's just gonna backfire and then we're never gonna see her ever again. I don't know. I'm just like, why her? Like, if you're gonna bring her back, bring her back. If you wanted like a really evil, like sadistic, salacious person who's just like malicious and tyrannical and things like that, then you could have Strika, literally anyone else. But no, they choose Alita. And as someone who loves Alita probably more than themselves, that really worries me. I kind of want to go like, okay, no, you can have the baby back when you know how to treat her well. I'm gonna protect this cinnamon bun. No, Scott, get your hands away. No, you're not touching her. Not until you can treat her right. Well, that was like a huge divergent. All right, I have another cue. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, other than Optimus, who do you ship with Alita? Oh, Anon. Oh, precious, precious Anon. You are about to see a whole new side of me. I am such actual shipper trash. I have like the OTP, but then as far as ships go, I have a fucking armada. I have a fleet of ships. I ship Alita with Ultra Magnus. I also really ship Alita and Megatron. I'm trash. I'm absolute trash. Like, I'm just like, yes. Get good. I need to just see them just bang. That's so vulgar. Yes, good. Alita Shockwave for a time. Oh, for the longest time, I shipped Alita and Ratchet together. I pretty much ship her with everyone. I'm just like, okay, what pairing would have the best sex ever? And then I kind of went down from there. I just slowly descended into different levels of shipper hell. I'm about 7th circle of hell right now as far as ships and trash go, so feel free to come and join me. Fuck yeah, I don't know. She's there, she's good, and I want to see them do that. Yeah. Oh, this is a really good question from Anon. If they were to bring Alita back in a TV show, would you want her to be in a relationship? It's something that I've thought about a lot. Well, I've especially been thinking about RID 2015 because I was going to add a verse in that, so I was trying to develop a storyline as to how she would fit in, and I managed to come up with something salient and something that could actually pass, and I was like, oh hey, you know what, that's not too bad. So I'm developing that right now, but if they were to bring her back, I don't think I'd like her to be in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, at least like prominently displayed. I would want her to be her own character. She is her own person, her own character. She gets shit done on her own, doesn't need anyone else, doesn't need help, can totally handle herself and things like that. But also does have that need, almost, for interaction and sometimes reassurance and those really close friendships and things like that. If things progress or if there are hints to a romantic relationship, I wouldn't say no because, as we've established, I am shipper trash, so I wouldn't say no. But I wouldn't want that to be the basis of her character. I would want her to be her own character, standing on her own with little like sprinkles of hints throughout. Alright, so that is the end. Those are all the questions I got. Thank you so much to everyone who sent them in. You guys are all so precious. I love you all so much. And just thank you again for following me. Thank you again for your support. Thank you again for all the positivity and the good messages. Like, you guys are seriously the best ever, and I couldn't be more thankful and more blessed to have you in my life. And you make everything that I do totally worth it, really. I honestly wouldn't believe you if you said a year ago that I would have all these amazing people supporting me. It really does mean more than words can say. So yeah, thank you so much. I love you, and I hope that this kind of sheds some light on the giant nerd potato who's behind the blog. I'm totally not scary. In fact, I'm probably more scared of you. So always feel free to come by and talk to me, and just thank you again so much. Till all are one.